America yet.
Neither did I. He's a bird now.
He's a bird now. And we're live.
They fly now. Yeah, I think they got that.
Yeah.
All the nobody knows we're live because they're not watching.
I'm sad about not being able to use the earbuds because that would have been nice. But
we'll get it.
But I hit the echo cancellation thing in here. Is that helping? Is it okay with us?
There was no echo.
Well, good.
Then it works.
It's been canceled. It knows what it did.
Echoes can't do anything anymore.
Can't say anything.
Can't do anything anymore.
They can't echo anymore. They got canceled.
Again, you can't echo anything anymore.
Damn echoes.
I heard someone in the wild talk about how we have open borders. It's the first time I ever heard somebody actually talk about that. In defense of the new fake fucking department that's gutting all of the government right now.
All the everything.
Yeah.
We have open borders?
Yeah, he was like, "Look, I don't agree with how they're doing it, but I think that there's so much fat in the government and they got to trim it, and this is a thing that they need to do." And this guy was they wouldn't stop, and I was like,
please stop talking. Just stop talking, please.
Oh man, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this, and Chris, you will be shocked probably, given that you've only known this version of me. But I was like breaking down. Oh God, no, I'm so triggered.
Were you breaking down, or were you breaking
Falling
it
apart.
on down?
Yeah. I never do that. Not since the war.
Actually, if you're doing both, if you're crying while softly dancing to yourself.
That's for sure something Troy has done in Community. Like for sure, he's cry danced.
True. That's
Donald Glover's character.
One person, Maggie Rogers' favorite. I know. Maggie Rogers'
Community is a television show that aired from 2009 to 2015 on NBC and then Yahoo Screen.
Who did that cartoon, right?
Television?
Yeah, Heat, Vision, and Jack.
Yes, that's the one.
That wasn't a cartoon, but still.
That's a good pull. That was a live action cartoon.
Yeah,
Jack Black was involved.
So anyway, I was breaking down after a show, and this was like in Montgomery County. It was in Gaithersburg, but I've played this place before, and someone did walk in with a "Make America Great Again" hat on, and like a Trump shirt, like I think from the time he got shot.
Was it you?
Yeah, I was looking in the mirror. I was like, why is everything spelled backwards on this shirt? Anyway, so it was like it took you know how long it takes to break down all the stuff at a show. So it was like 30 minutes, and they were just the entire time just having this conversation. And this lady was like, yeah, but what they're doing is illegal and blah blah blah, all the lib talking points from CNN and MSNBC and stuff. And he was like, yeah, but it was just the same thing. Like, there's a lot of fat in the government, and I work in the government, and I may lose my job, and I don't even care. I hate my job. It's like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? So then your nihilism and your distaste for your fucking job should rain down on everybody else. Anyway,
then he should quit his job.
So I went to go pay. I had had a couple of glasses of wine. This may have informed what came next. So they were talking. They were all at this, it was like a wine bar thing. So they were at the bar. I paid at the bar. And I was like, hi, excuse me. It's a smash and grab. The richest man in the world has put himself in the highest position of power ever in the government, maybe, and is just slashing everything to make himself and his friends richer. Yep. It's pretty clear. It's pretty cut and dry. Yeah. And then I walked away. They got quiet for a bit. They got quiet for a bit. Then they started talking, and then he started talking again. This is when he started talking about the open border shit. But first, he said about the budget needing slashing. And there's a lot of fat, and I was like, the military. The military was like, thanks for chiming in, but I was like, it's $1 trillion a year. It's the military. He wasn't
industrial complex.
He was just the loudest guy. And the guy talking the most, but the people around him were like, nah, though. But nah, but nah. Yeah. But I just like the fact that I just hearing that from across the room. And then I openly cackled when he said open borders.
As you should, because.
And then he looked over at me. Anyway, I waved goodbye as I left. No, I did. I waved as I left. But
and by the way, the Maggie Rogers' favorite genre of music is dancing while crying, as exemplified by the work of Robin, Swedish hitmaker.
Isn't that the show Euphoria?
No, we're not allowed to watch that.
No, that's naked while crying.
Ugh.
That's a
underage naked while crying.
Yeah,
Ew.
It's great.
That's
great.
They're of
Normal Guy made that show.
Yeah, sure.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah.
And yeah.
The and like they were all 25 when they filmed this shit, but like still like you're hypersexualizing like high school.
Wanted them to look. It's like, ooh, they look younger.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that show is not happening anymore.
That may not be the worst thing.
No, I'm glad.
I mean, like 2 of them are huge huge.
Well, Zendaya was already famous.
Was she?
Yeah. She was a pop star. Yeah, she's a Disney. You know, she's from the Disney factory.
They're both Disney kids.
Sydney Sweeney.
No. I got her confused with Sabrina Carpenter. That might be the oldest I've ever olded.
Yeah, she is a Disney. I think she's from the Boy Meets World sequel show.
Which one?
Girl Meets World.
No.
How'd they come up with that?
Which child?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay.
Yeah,
Zendaya was from
she
a bunch of shit. She had her own show, and then
she's on Spider-Man.
No, she had like
No, I mean they're engaged. She's literally on Spider-Man.
No, but didn't she have the show with the girl who went nuts? Like she kind of.
You're gonna have to be more
I know it. I mean, like Disney Kid goes crazy.
Justin Timberlake.
No, like she got a bunch of like cosmetic surgery and kind of went batshit. I'm trying to.
Oh, I know.
Remember.
I know who you mean too. And yes, I think so. Bella Thorne.
No. Bella Thorne. That's who it is.
Not Bella Thorne.
But
it's a different one.
No, but that was a show. That's who she. I think that's who she was on the show with.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I'm just gonna look it up using my little machine.
Yeah.
It's Zendaya, not Zendaya.
How do you know?
Third base.
Probably gonna say it. I'm mispronouncing it.
No, I'm just. It's for everyone's edification. I didn't know. I thought it was Zendaya. Yep. Yes, she was in Spider-Man. Spider-Man was in her. It's great. We love to see it.
Yeah, short king.
Did you? He's an average-sized king. She's tall.
Yeah, I know.
And did you see what's it called yet? The
which thing?
Super horny movie with
No, the threesome tennis movie.
Yeah,
I have not.
Yep, you're absolutely right. She was on a show called Shake It Up from 2010 to 2013 with Bella Thorne.
So is it Amber? No,
you're thinking of the one who like shaved her head and went crazy.
Britney Spears.
No, another one who did it.
The other one who's still not okay and has like
Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Bynes, yep.
It's Nickelodeon.
Yep. No, yeah. I was.
That's it.
So
there's a different problem with the Nickelodeon stuff. They made a whole documentary about it.
Right. Not watching that.
There's just a lot. Not okay.
It's almost like Hollywood is like a cesspool of like like
children should not be involved ever.
Horrible men will that get in positions of power and want to take advantage of.
Unless you were on Happy Days or played an underage hooker with Robert De Niro, you don't grow up okay as a child star. Those are the only two.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think
Did Jodie Foster say she grew up okay though?
Yeah,
well, Jodie Foster, I think her weirdness was offset by that guy killing John Lennon for her.
That
was maybe like Mark David Chapman. That was maybe like a lightning rod.
Yeah,
and then that took all her weird, maybe.
Yes,
and then she makes True Detective.
Yeah,
and she directs now. I think
she does. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near.
Still directs.
Go back for a second. No. If somebody is so obsessed with you,
no hands,
that they go and murder somebody else famous,
you at least
would you?
Handy? What?
No, like, wouldn't you just like never want to do anything where you were seen again? That go open a bookstore and hide. Like, I would never want to be in the public eye again.
If it was if it was the guy who shot Reagan. and he said he did that for me, I would be like, okay, well,
you feel
okay.
seen.
At least he knows what I want.
He got just what I wanted.
Yeah, it's just next time, don't miss.
Successfully.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah. Oh, did he yell before he shot him?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
I just meant it coming out that just send me a card.
Oh yeah. What was his thing? What did he? Well, I forget what his motivation was. Wait, am I getting them mixed up? Did the guy who shot Reagan shoot him for Jodie Foster, or was it Lennon?
I don't think it was Lennon. I think.
Yeah, I think it was Reagan.
Yeah.
You're conflating.
Okay. Oh, well then,
the guy who shot Lennon was obsessed with him.
Wait a minute. I just want to point out that you were wrong about something on the internet.
Well, time for a 3-hour video debunking the 15-second statement I made.
There's a button on there. We're going to change it from echo cancellation to Jules cancellation, so we have it right in StreamYard.
Man, I'm
sorry. I am so.
We're gonna need a statement.
Can't say anything anymore.
This is my fucking statement.
Did you see that I sent you the thing that 9 and Rose are doing audio?
Who gives a shit?
I mean, I think it's kind of nice.
I don't care.
He's excited.
Yeah, I don't care. Put the new season out. Do the new season. Give me the one for my eyeballs.
That is the new season. It's just for your earballs, not your eyeballs.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't care.
The Big Finish stuff, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's there.
I know.
It's fine.
There's a lot of stuff, Chris. I don't know if you know.
There's too many things.
Yeah. We're halfway through the Sly Stone documentary.
Did you see Invincible yet?
Yes.
It's really fucking good.
It really
is.
I
have not seen it yet.
It's really good. And
really, really good.
I knew that the last season was kind of set up for stuff.
Totally
but
is.
They're just payoff. Yeah, I'm just whoa. I think the fucking war may start by the end of this season. The clip they're going at. And Paul F. Tompkins came back.
Oh my God. I was so pleased when that happened.
He's also in the Spider-Man show, which is also fucking a delight.
Is it really good?
It's my favorite Spider-Man thing that is not the video game.
Really?
And what about Into and Out of and Around the Spider-Verse?
That's a different beast. It may be tied with those, honestly. Yeah,
that's a bold statement.
It may be tied. Well, it may be tied with the first one because the first one's a complete movie,
and the second one's
the second one is magnificent.
Yeah.
It's a shame what they did to those animators. And they're not even done with the fucking scripts yet. So that shit ain't coming out for 4 more years.
It's just not going to come out.
It may not.
4 more years because that would explain a lot.
It would. Actually.
Yeah, if we still have a Hollywood movie studio,
there'll be nothing left.
Well, or it'll just be the Daily Wire. They'll just the Kennedy Center shit. They'll just put his own boys in there.
Oh yeah.
What's happening?
I was waiting for the voice.
Well, actually, I don't actually do a voice. I don't actually have a voice. So
It's a lot.
That open border shit fucked me up, man. It fucked me up hearing that in the wild. I didn't know people really said it. I thought it was just a thing fucking Tucker Carlson said, and
people just repeat it. It's nuts. When Chris had to go in for his MRI, I was stuck in the waiting room with the public. They had Fox News on, much to my horror, in the waiting room, and these 2 people in the wild having this conversation. Now this was before the election, and they were talking about how Kamala wasn't Black and how
they don't get to say
that suddenly. I'm like, you mean the Black woman on the television?
They don't get to say that. I can say that. I can say she avoided making Blackness a part of her thing until it was politically suitable for her. But white people, y'all can't say that. Sorry. You're
her identity
unless
is her business.
Right, exactly.
And nobody else's.
Yeah, sure. But like, using it to there's an argument to be made that she governed like a white person would to get in these circles and like actively kind of disenfranchise black people when she was working in California before she was a senator. And then when she became a senator, she embraced that part of herself. I don't know if that, I mean, it looks opportunistic, but that's her fucking business. But you know whose business it fucking isn't? Laura Ingraham.
Next to me?
Yeah. Jesus Christ, man.
Bit of role play, Jules. So, hey, can I, is it okay if I make a reference to somebody be blacknesses or not blacknesses?
Yeah, sure.
That's not what I expected you to say.
I don't I don't know what I thought you were being cutesy with words.
Say no.
You were saying, wait, ask your question again.
Is it okay if I make a reference to whether somebody's blackness is black or not blackness?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
That's appropriate.
No, that's
no, that's the right thing to say.
No, but my point was okay.
Yeah.
Fucking
that's how that should go.
Yeah. It was interesting. It was very interesting. Like, so like that, I think that was like one of the first times I had heard that stuff in the wild. I'm like, so did you get the talking points emailed to you in advance because they knew you were going to be out of your house?
It seeps in.
You on a laminated card.
It's effective propaganda.
Insane.
It's really good.
It was because it was verbatim. Things I had seen as pull quotes of things. I'm like,
that's what I heard last night. Yeah.
Before,
like what?
During the first election, 2016 or wherever it was.
Oh my God.
I remember being outside of Wegmans and there were two white ladies who both had that guy's name on stickers all over their car, and I saw them get out and high five each other.
Ew.
I mean, it's pure spite and
it's insane spiteful.
That's exactly what it is.
Just petty fucking bullshit. I mean, it's
petty bullshit. I mean, like everything he does is
pattery and just like, can you believe? Can you believe that we're fucking over the entire agricultural system?
Everything I've seen, he looks completely lost. He looks like a confused old man.
He's not running the show this time.
Oh no,
the South African telling him everything.
And like, it's fucked up because Elon's accent isn't even the fun South African accent.
No,
it's just like a mush mouth fucking troglodyte slack jawed. Well, actually, he tries. It's the Ben Shapiro school of speech where he tries to speak fast and ramble. What?
Yeah, exactly. I just get what you referenced him again. No,
you just clocked the first time. Once you break the seal, it's
you break the seal. It's like going to pee. Yeah, and it's very similar.
The waters come gushing, but not his wife's.
No, but
just,
ew.
just it's all ew.
Just
no, like
no, I can't. No.
I
think I said 4 words.
Okay, yeah, I started and then you started.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'll talk then. So apparently the Captain America movie's fine.
It seemed I didn't even hear. I heard it was fun from like one of the kids at the kids party today.
Yeah, and he's like, 13.
I just saw it. It was a lot. Yeah, it was great. I'm like, okay, that's the first good thing I've heard about it.
But he's 13, so like, but it was.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. It's like at this point you kind of just I'm kind of just watching like the lesser ones just for the like the post-credit sequence stuff, or like to see how it ties into the wider thing. I mean, like, let's see, what was the Superman. Well, for real, not the documentary.
No.
But like I legit Fantastic Four looks good, like we talked about last week. Cousin's in there. He's cooking. They got the robot.
Not a cloud this time.
He's a big man with the horns on his helmet.
Yeah. And we saw Herbie.
Yeah, the robots.
The
I'm excited for it. Looks great.
That one was like a lot of fun.
Yeah, Thunderbolts. I'm hoping will be like a fun surprise. Yeah. Like I'm going into all of these except for Superman. With no expectations.
You know, crypto's gonna die. It wasn't my thing. It was on something. I'm watching something. It was how it should have ended. Was that the one? And they're like, that. Oh no, it was the Honest Trailers.
Honest Trailers.
For that, and they're like, the way they're going on about crypto. There's no way he's making it through this movie. Shut up.
Stop.
There's no way James Gunn would put basically his own dog in the movie and then kill it.
You want a little side action on that one?
He's going to kill at least
everybody else.
One of the people in the, whatever they're calling it, Justice Society or whatever. Like, it's not going to be Superman. It's not going to be Jimmy Olsen. It's not going to be Lois Lane. It's not going to be Lex Luthor.
They're going to kill...
I think so. He loves to kill Nathan Fillion in his movies.
And also,
he does.
Yeah, and Fillion's getting a little long in the tooth. He probably was like, I can do this for one. But then I want to.
He's like, I don't need to get
him and Gunn are buddies. So like, I think he's been in 2 of the Guardians movies.
Didn't he do like one of the first? Didn't Fillion do like his first movie or one of his first?
He was in Slither.
Slither, yes.
Slither.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he was in Super because that was a pretty low budge, and Fillion I think was doing Castle at the time. Yeah. He had some trauma to work out.
Kind of.
What did he trauma?
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
Really?
That's how he started. Yeah.
I did.
Tromeo and Juliet. That's him.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, sir.
Those are not good movies. I don't know.
No. And like it was really like big time edgelord bullshit, and so that's what he lost Guardians 3 for. Was from like the tweets were from around that time where he was like, I'm assuming like writing Super and stuff, like, he was coming off of the Tromaverse. And so that was kind of his brand before it was like band of misfits gets together and holds hands and then saves the universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Through a dance off.
Yeah.
Dance off to save the universe.
Yeah, in the first one, yeah.
Because everything's footloose.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember it.
Really?
Yeah. Did they dance? I remember
he danced. He danced.
The fact that they danced to like a modern song, and it wasn't just. I remember being I didn't like the first Guardians. Hear me out. I didn't like the first one.
I gotta go.
When I first. Okay,
I understand.
So I didn't enjoy the first Guardians the first time I saw it because of all the goddamn needle drops. It was just really irritating. And then I watched the movie again. I'm like, oh no, this is good. But it was all shit I already knew.
Uh-huh.
And I knew this is back when the kids were small.
Yeah.
And all of our friends were squares who didn't know anything about music. And they're like, have you heard these songs? Like, another fucking songs for decades. What are you talking about?
These songs are older than I am.
Again, it's like stuff in the wild,
Have you heard this song, Ain't No Mountain High?
Mr. Blue Sky?
That's in the second one.
But you know what I mean? Like the
for sure. Like
all that stuff.
I don't know.
Older than I am.
I don't know Electric Light Orchestra.
I did because I love them.
Yeah. So like I understand for like normos like me, sheltered little babies. So I
that's fine. That's different.
I mean, but like I know I'm not like I know half of the songs probably on all the soundtracks because that was the part of that era that I was exposed to. I wasn't exposed to like the psychedelic stuff, even though like my dad liked prog rock and shit. He just never. He has like Yes records and fucking like.
Played them for you?
No, he has just a big ass record collection with like first edition Hendrix shit, the Beatles shit, and I've never seen them.
I had to discover like Ella Fitzgerald and Nina Simone on my own. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like in my early 20s. Like, have you heard Ella Fitzgerald? She's like, yeah, she's great. It's like, where the fuck did you play this for me?
Yeah,
like 10 years ago.
It's like I didn't think you'd be interested. No,
I did get Stevie though, so that's
good.
Wonder, not Nyx. I came into.
I got both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah. My mom was all about music, so lots of it, and living with multiple generations, I kind of heard everything. They were all like, nobody played an instrument, nobody sang, nobody performed. So I didn't grow up with musicians. I grew up with music fans. And
that's good.
Yeah, so, like, there was always music on, like, always, 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 so I grew up with a lot of it, so, these all the Guardian stuff, like, they were all, like, hit songs from, like, whenever they came out originally, so it's not like they're, like, niche, like,
maybe, like, the most, like, niche one is the one from the beginning of Guardians 1? The Redbone song?
Come and Get Your Love?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it?
Probably. Because, like, the rest are just, like, really famous songs.
They're really famous songs. Like that, I knew that song too. So I'm like, is that
from like? Well, when I was a kid was when they started doing classic rock radio, because it's like into the 80s, and they're like, let's play 15-year-old records. Yeah, that'll be great. So I knew all that shit.
There was a lot of that.
Yeah.
So like, so that one, even I'm just like, is that like really like a deep track? I'm like, I don't know.
I don't think that's what he was going for. I think Edgar Wright kind of does that more. He tries to find like deep cuts or like, with, I don't know if you guys have seen Baby Driver, which is a cool concept. Yes. Yeah, it's a cool concept. It's got great action sequences. It's a shame about the other stuff.
Yeah, there's like 2 people in there who aren't okay, right?
Oh, right, the main guy. Apparently something odd happened, but he was great.
I think I'm the one who told you. I was the one who told you, yeah.
He was great in West Side Story, though.
Wait, is that the same guy?
Same dude, yep.
Same guy.
And the guy from like the Tokyo Vice?
Same guy.
Yeah, same guy.
Yeah, he was a problem. I didn't realize he doesn't look like the same guy.
Same guy.
He has like short brown hair and that. And he had like
blondish hair. Like,
he was wearing sunglasses the whole time in Baby Driver.
Yeah. But yep, same guy.
Yeah, that was good though.
Yeah,
there was
that's
and
problematic.
There was a lot of good music in that.
Yeah. And
some I knew, some I didn't. I like.
And Edgar Wright, he like timed the scenes out and then found a song that fit it. Like he retrofitted the stuff. Whereas
cool. Retrofitted it.
Whereas I feel like James Gunn had the song in mind when he wrote the scene.
I think he did.
Except for Guardians 3, I don't know what the fuck he was doing in that movie. I did not
really likes animals.
It was the poorest choice of songs, I think, for the three movies.
Last Dance song.
It's fine, but just like I don't know, man. The open and like I like the slow, sadder version of Creep. But it was, I don't know, kind of on the nose. And they played the whole
drop things are on the nose.
Song.
Way on the nose.
Mr. Blue Sky wasn't on the nose.
What's her name? I can't think of her name, but she's the one who has all the flowing robes and shit.
Zendaya.
Nope, not that one. Zendaya. No, the one in the big thing at the
what's her name?
What's her name? Dancing together. And I can't think of her, but I could see her in my head. She had a lot of flowing robes and shit. But anyway, when they played that song, she found out the song was in the movie watching the movie. And there's like footage of her like losing her shit because she didn't know it was in there. It's a good song, but I can't think.
Steven Tyler.
Yes.
He is
flowy scarf.
He is the one with all the flowing robes.
Very flowy, scarfy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, him and Stevie Nicks. It could have been
Stevie Nicks is
Stevie Nicks Tyler.
It's a lot of shawls. There's a lot of fringe.
Shawls, fringe. Yes.
Yeah, like I got to see that was the first
shawl fringe.
Yeah, my parents took me to see her.
You can't say that. That's
that's appropriating queer culture. You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Shawl fringe. I've made myself hysterical.
Yay! We are very pleased with ourselves.
Huzzah!
I'm gonna look it up because I'm curious.
I started saying huzzah now.
Huzzah! Have you seen The Great?
Yes, that's why.
That's why I say it too.
That's why, because I'm like, oh, huzzah! I'm like, what am I doing? Stop it! It's like after
huzzah?
you read A Clockwork Orange, you just start saying the stuff
Florence
from it.
Welch, Florence and the Machine.
Oh, she made a Gatsby musical.
Did she?
Mm-hmm. One of 2 that are like currently, I think, on Broadway or the West End.
There's a Gatsby thing going, and the person who's I follow some random person, some singer who's in the Gatsby thing, who is also involved in the Schmigadoon live version.
That's awesome.
So, do you know what's up with that? Is it a new show?
It's a show
with new songs.
No, I think it's bits from the show.
Yeah, then I'm good.
The television show. So you're not interested in the live filming of Waitress because you're set?
I've seen it. It's good.
Oh, okay. Just curious. Yeah. Well, no, because I guess you're good. It's like you said you saw a version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. If I want to watch it again, I will.
It has Sarah Perry Ellis in it.
Yeah, I know, but I saw her live at the Kennedy Center when the Kennedy Center actually had standards and wasn't run by a maniac.
What is that place?
Do people perform there anymore?
No. I think they're going to call it the America Center.
Although I will
or the Reagan Center. Ooh, fuck! They may rename it. Holy shit!
The Gulf of America Center.
They probably will. Yeah.
Nothing for Gulf of America Center.
Well, I said the America Center. That was a reference to the Gulf of America. It was, okay. But it's okay.
No, it's McKinley Center. It's gonna be the McKinley Center. That's what it's. McKinley. All of this is so epically stupid.
Although Kamau Bell, I think he did like the last night of it. They had a whole thing about it. He did the last night of it before, like, the hands switched.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something. No, I like Kamau.
No, I love him. Like just like the stuff that's happening.
I'll have you know, I said it's okay, good. That is the sentence that came out of my face.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't look.
It's okay.
Everything's fine. Look, we have like a new Gulf. We have new mountains. They're not new.
What happened to the mountains? What happened to the mountains? What did they do to the mountains?
Oh, the Mount Denali in Alaska. He changed it back to McKinley.
Oh, that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, like
I didn't know what you're talking about. I'm like, why are you making a McKinley reference? That's
no, like that
after the president.
Yes, it had that name for like a tiniest window of time.
Oh, because when we like bought that land from Russia in the 50s.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But it's always been Denali because that's its right name.
Because of
No.
Oh. Just fucking Petticoat Junction. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. It's just the pettiest bullshit. It's ridiculous.
It's the pettiest thing ever. It's
You're already the fucking president. You don't have to be a little tantrumy baby. But that's what he is.
That's what he does.
That might be all he gets to do now.
Yeah, like
I think so. I think that may be it. Yeah, I think they shove executive orders in front of his dumb face.
Okay.
And then Elon behind the scenes just like carves up the government for rich people.
Not because he's a fucking monster, but it's almost sad when they show the footage like in the Oval Office of him sitting there
with Elon and his son.
Yes,
just watching him
pathetic.
do it. It's like what
a nightmare. That kid. I'm so sad for that fucking kid.
Yeah, no kidding. Didn't his mom like freak out? Like, what the hell?
That's Grimes' kid. The kid's name is X.
She's like, how dare you do that?
The kid's name is X.
I know his name is X.
Wait, are you saying that he can't maintain a relationship
with anyone? Any of his baby moms?
No, he's great. He's doing good. He's well adjusted.
How many women have had the misfortune of procreating with him?
We don't know.
There's like at least 6, right?
So yeah, I think it's 7, and we do not know.
He is actually like that's his like he's like all about that.
Ew. What did you say? Homelander?
I'll try again. I said he's literally trying to repopulate the homeland.
Oh yeah, all these billionaires have that sort of thing where they want to spread their seed because they think they are, they think their genes are better.
They do
because they have more money, and so. Epstein was like this. Peter Thiel is like this. Elon Musk is like this.
Well, Musk in particular, I believe he has tried to offer his sperm to friends who were having trouble conceiving. Everybody said no.
This is a billionaire thing, Chris. This is like thing that happens. This is not just isolated to this one weird guy.
No,
this is like a culture, I guess.
But that in particular is like, would you like my sperm?
I think the fact that just like I didn't even say anything, I just like,
yeah,
it's a thing. They're chosen by God. Otherwise, they wouldn't.
They are
so
the
wealthy.
real chosen people.
It has nothing to do with like the really like dodgy shit that they did.
The Jews too. They're chosen.
Yes, they're chosen.
Yeah,
it's all that Calvinist bullshit. It's like, yes, you were anointed by God Himself. That's why you're so famous. That's why you're so wealthy. That's why you're, in charge. It's like, or you did some seriously bad stuff.
You fucked over
to
a
get all
lot of
that
people.
power.
You don't get $1 billion without fucking over regular people.
No.
That's just not how wealth works.
Except I was going to say, except Dolly Parton.
Yeah, Dolly Parton's the only one I can think of. I don't think Taylor Swift's done anything awful.
It'll come out.
I don't
give it like 10, 15 years.
She was successful.
Something will happen
on where you can like build well. It felt like there was a time they.
Oh no, she was like the last one on the train, the money train.
Oh yeah,
the money train that was the music industry. It was like her and Justin Bieber. They hopped on there.
That was like Bob Hope. Like he made his money really buying Los Angeles.
Like, they all did. Like
but him specifically. He's the one who spent a huge amount of his money on real estate in Los Angeles, and he ended up being way wealthier.
And now he's in airport in Burbank.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's worms food because ultimately,
that's what happens.
At least there's that.
No, you can take it with you. You misheard.
They're trying.
You can take it with you.
Oh shit!
They're building pyramids.
Have you heard about these billionaires that like? I think Peter Thiel is one of them, where he has a blood transfusion and he gets young blood put in, like the blood of like teens or early 20-year-olds.
They're literal vampires. Let's just be.
They're
honest.
ghouls. I mean, like they are, and they're trying to
stay alive.
They're trying to body hack because they think they can buy themselves out of the one thing that comes for us all. Yep. And I just. When I can't wait for the first one of these motherfuckers to die.
But how long do presidents live?
Nobody lives forever.
Forever. They live forever. Presidents will. Donald Trump will probably outlive me.
He won't know where he is. He won't know what his name is. Oh, no. Imagine that rogues gallery of children being in charge of his life. I almost feel sorry.
I know you haven't seen Succession, but it would be the show Succession.
I've heard great things.
It's very funny.
Made it there
that's on the list too, but I mean, it is about the Murdochs, and we all know
it is about the Murdochs. Yeah,
that's a Shark Tank if ever one exists.
Oh my god, dude,
it's
yeah, and like a lot of the stuff that they do in the show, at least in the first season, is shit that like they're like pulling from the headlines that they don't run because he owns media in 3 countries.
You mean like when they were thanking him at the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
my fucking god! Hilarious. I'm so glad I didn't watch that thing. I just watched the Kendrick performance online, and I was like, pretty good.
Oh, did we talk about that? I can't remember if we actually talked about it or not.
No, because we haven't. That was last Sunday. Yeah.
The 15-year-old couldn't believe what he was just like going like this. And he looked at me at one point and I had a big smile on my face. He's like, "Do you like this?" I'm like, "Not really, but I think it's great." He's like, "What?" I was like, "No, I like that it's not for me." So much shit over the past however many decades is just aimed at guys who look like me.
30.
The fucking the
past 30 decades.
You will let me speak.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Please let us platform this white man. Please.
Yes.
Fucking finally.
I'll leave.
No, don't leave. Oh, he left.
I can hear you though.
Okay, good. I can't hear me.
As long as it can be heard.
No, but it took a couple goes to make him understand. He's like, "You didn't like it, but you liked it." I'm like, "No, I liked that it wasn't meant for me." Like even when they had like Dr. Dre and Eminem and all of them on there, it's like that's still for people my age.
Yeah,
that's when they had their.
They threw young people a bone by having Kendrick on that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's like, "But Kendrick was there." I'm like, "Yeah, but it wasn't his thing."
It wasn't his thing.
Yeah,
he did like a verse from a song. Eminem got like 3 of his. Dr. Dre and Snoop got their whole.
Yeah, but getting to see it's like, oh shit, like this isn't. Oh, this is great.
And it's the first time a solo rapper has headlined the Super Bowl.
It was amazing. And
it was really well done. It was very well choreographed. It was
fucking minds. Yeah.
It was, and he was working up.
He was.
Oh my God. I was out of breath.
Yeah.
It was like 15 straight minutes of that shit. Crazy, dude. And like rapping takes so much breath control and he's running around and shit, and he's in that fucking jacket in New Orleans.
You want to talk about somebody who rose to the moment?
Oh,
he's one of the few people who's had there's him and a bunch of women right now are the only ones who are over culture. Everybody fucking knows him. It's him and Chappell Roan and Sabrina Carpenter. There's just not very many people where they can have a huge fucking hit now because the culture is so fragmented. It's so rare to have something
people get their niche.
Fucking everybody knows.
But what's been delightful, and I think it's just especially disappointing. I made the mistake. One of the local news stations asked, so what did you think of the halftime show? And this is in the middle of the Super Bowl, right? We had just watched it. I'm like, I can't believe this is awesome. This is the best thing I've seen ever as a performance on the Super Bowl. It's I'm elated, right? And I
looked where?
It was a local news thing and online. It was just online, and they asked, oh, the pearl clutching, just
oh my god.
And at first I was like, why are you so old? And then I started looking at the pictures. I'm like, oh, why are you so white? Okay.
That's it. So but
the comments were usually the why are you so old? Because it's I couldn't understand what he was saying. That's the kind of thing my grandfather would have said in 1985.
To be fair,
what is this rapping?
Excuse me. To be fair. Thank you. It was very shittily mixed.
It was.
It was downright terrible.
I agree with that.
Apparently, there's another version of it where the mix is better.
I looked at the one online. Maybe they remixed it, but I looked at the one on YouTube, and the day after, 2 days after,
it was. So I get where people are okay, I couldn't really hear exactly what he was saying, because you're right. The mix was. However, if you were deaf, you got the point. If you had eyeballs, if you could see the screen.
Also, turn on closed captioning.
That's what a bunch of people why don't you just put on the damn closed captioning?
Yeah, what the fuck?
But it was clear as day what was happening. People just wanted to go, and that was the noise. That was the voice I heard with all the complaints.
For sure, what it was, or it was actually culture is dead because this tomfoolery happened, and it's not real music. And
it was it's not real music. Worst Super Bowl halftime show ever.
Not by half, dude. The Rolling Stones played in 2008. That was bad.
Horrible ones. There were so many horrible halftime
They've had
shows.
bad
in
ones.
General, I don't enjoy them though, so I don't I didn't even have that. That one was good. I'm
I don't care for Chris. We've talked about our lack of feelings about Prince.
Yes.
I understand people like him. I respect the guy.
I'm sure can type fast.
Yeah, but you know what the fuck was incredible? His goddamn halftime show where it started raining while he was playing Purple Rain.
Yes.
Yep.
And then he's doing this was after his second hip replacement, maybe his third fucking hip replacement, and he was doing the splits and shit in the rain in heels. Bruno Mars. Either of Bruno Mars's Super Bowl performances were incredible because he's a great performer. Obviously, it's a shame about the other stuff. Michael Jackson. Not my favorite songs choices of his.
When was it in his career?
It's 1993.
Oh, so it's all the bad stuff.
A little late.
It was not the good stuff from the album Bad. The bad stuff from the album Dangerous.
Yeah.
Bad
things.
Yeah. He did Black or White. I think he did Billie Jean.
Oh yeah, didn't Slash come out?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was. I remember the musical choices were unfortunate.
And he had an album to promote and a tour to promote, and so play the new stuff. But Kendrick didn't do that shit. Kendrick played stuff from his entire catalog. And then he did the song.
So and Steve and I are looking at each other.
He was being. Here's how I liked. I liked it referred to when I heard somebody refer to it as this. he was looking at the camera like a little stinker when he was doing that
It
song.
He
was being a little stinker, looking at the camera, and he was like, "Say Drake."
1,000 people to go A minor.
I know, no. Like I just.
It was beautiful.
How did it not just stop right there?
I mean, dude, I thought there was more, and it was still good.
It was. And we're just like, is he?
Yeah. No, I'm like my biggest gripe, honestly, besides the backlash and the backlash to the backlash and people not having actual media literacy, and then people treating this like the Barbie movie. This is being treated exactly like the fucking Barbie.
Kind of.
And where it was like you have a lot of conservatives being like, this is a blight on culture, and this is what's wrong with America. I'm glad we took our country back. Where my country gone? We won, but I'm still mad for some reason. What's this voice? Oh no. And then you have like people on.
You said, Jules.
You have liberals that are like, this is the greatest cultural moment. This will change everything. This is a swing in the direction of progress. And I'm over here like, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, honey.
It's pretty good. It's good. I'm just taking it for what it was. I like that Sam Jackson was there.
I enjoyed it.
That was fun. It was great to cut it up like that. I mean, it was.
I thought it was
really
clever.
good. Yeah.
It was really good and really well done.
Yeah.
And it changes nothing.
No.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
But I kind of go like, well, good for him though. Like, like most people would have pulled punches, and it's like, I'm so glad it was way more entertaining that he.
Yeah. And like he
just went for it.
He has like subversive political songs, but he's not like one of my favorite rappers, Lupe Fiasco. I don't know if you know him. He had a few hits in the late 2000s. He's out of Chicago. He's always been like a Mos Def level lyricist.
Bold statement.
But like with the conscious shit. Like he's anti-imperial. He's like they invited him to the White House. He played a song that talked about like Gaza Strip was getting bombed. Obama didn't say shit, and they kicked him the fuck out.
Oh.
They stopped his ass from performing the rest of the song, and they kicked him out of the goddamn White House. That's Lupe Fiasco. So, like, Kendrick isn't that, but Kendrick has a lot of songs. Kendrick grew up in fucking Compton. So he has a lot of songs that speak to sort of disenfranchisement and, like, the political landscape and shit like that. I mean, fuck. His most acclaimed album, To Pimp a Butterfly, is a bunch of black people with 40 ounces and their shirts off on the White House lawn, just like waving stacks of money and shit. Like he's not apolitical, but he didn't bring that necessarily
on purpose.
Right. I mean, because like they wouldn't have let him. And so I'm sure he just chose, he played the hits. I mean, that's what people came there.
I give him a little bit more credit in some ways because he knew what he was dealing with.
That's what I'm saying. He knows. He's dealt with these corporate people before,
which is why I was so smart. Like that's why I thought it was so smart because like he's doing the hit, but that's not what he's saying. That choreography.
That's not what the statement is.
Else.
Right.
Like
it was a little stinker.
Yeah.
Just being a little stinker. That's it.
But
it's
again,
like there isn't a better way to put it.
Right.
Yeah, and
it's not going to change anything. But he's like he trolled the fuck out of America right then, and then the conservatives took the fucking bait. My favorite take is where there are conservatives that are like, no, this is what patriotism looks like. Here's a man who respects the flag. Man, it's so great and it's like you weren't. Did you watch with the sound off?
Did they watch the rest of it?
Did you watch the rest?
Like, did you watch the rest of it?
Yeah, man.
Like, there were so many bizarre, and I'm not saying like, I have like the perfect interpretation of it, but there were so many weird takes on it, and some of them were just hilarious. Like my favorite one I read, they were talking about where's the diversity? Everybody's complaining about there's no, and I'm like, Jackson said it, like in the thing, like
That's how I laughed at Open Borders, by the way.
I'm like, he said it to you, like Like, it was hilarious. I'm like, "Oh,
My
you just have no
God.
self-awareness whatsoever." Like, okay, like,
Oh,
You only
man.
think of him as Nick Fury? You don't
like
think he could say anything,
I'm like,
He's been arrested for activism. He was
"Yeah,
active, like, he was, like, Black Panther adjacent, and I ain't
yeah."
just talking about Wakanda.
forever?
Yeah, like, it's too funny to me, and I'm like, "You wow." That just
Media literacy. Shit's down.
sailed right over your
Yeah,
head. I'm
they
like,
don't get
"Okay."
it.
But it
'Cause I
also
didn't find it
didn't
very subtle, but apparently that
It
person
was
found it
not.
way too
It was
subtle. I'm
not
like, "Oh,
subtle.
it
okay."
also didn't it's kind of like the people who are sharing things online now on the other side. It's like that Trump and what's his got totally owned because they did this thing
No.
where they said this stuff and then they
No.
put a thing for it. We fucking lost. What are you talking about?
There no.
Didn't
No
do
nobody
anything.
nobody got owned
Did
because Bernie Sanders
nothing.
made a speech
They're still
asking
laughing
for
mean,
nothing.
and
yeah. Look,
throwing
man,
money.
I like Bernie, but, like,
Yeah,
step
but
aside, y'all. Like, for
hey,
real. Y'all's
no,
shit ain't working. I understand
it doesn't
you're
do anything.
he's kind of not allowed to do anything that he
Partially, but,
actually
like,
thinks, but, like, at this point, all of I feel that same way about all the Democrats. I know he's technically not a
right,
Democrat, but, like, they're all like, I mean,
none of them have done anything. And
they've
I'm just like,
yeah, and it's like it's almost like they don't want to. It's almost like they like
shocking.
being able to say, "Oh, we would, but the Republicans, so give us money.
Mm,
Oh my
Oh, well,
God!
give us
and I like
$15 and we'll
Trump wins, so send us ten
post."
dollars.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I like
Yeah, I'm like,
having
"What?"
power. I really like having power, so maybe I won't fight that hard to dismantle things.
Oh, yeah, for
I'm in
sure.
my
For
favor.
sure. That's
Uh,
really the underlying thing. Yeah.
yeah, but it's the saddest thing ever. They're like, "Yeah, so and so totally owned them." I'm like, "No, they didn't. They accomplished
They didn't own
absolutely
shit.
nothing." Like that, but that thing in particular, I was thinking of why mentioned Bernie Sanders. Like it was one of those posts, like someone like, "Oh, Sanders totally owned, Trump and blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "What?" So I watched it. I watched the speech that he gave on the Senate floor. And it started talking about what was happening, and then it just went off. And just like, okay, so you're just now it's a laundry list of
Yeah,
things,
a lot of those Senate speeches,
accomplish nothing.
they're
Like,
they're
where are we
not
going?
they're not they're vacuous. They don't
They are
they don't
vacuous.
they don't there's no substance to
There's no
them.
there there.
Right, because they're just taking up fucking time. They are creating an excuse. It's manufactured consent for a reason for them to have a job.
Pretty much. And I'm just like, so you started about authoritarianism. I'm like, okay,
Right. Right.
right.
There's a
You
lot.
talked about
Hey, there's a lot
clearances.
to work with
Okay.
there.
Right,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then it went off.
Mm,
Just some other, like, gripe list, and, like, you've lost the point. You started where you should have stayed,
yeah.
like, demanding action.
Yeah.
I'm
And
going to propose action. How about that? Let's do
it
something
sucks
crazy.
that, like, one of
Mm,
the foremost voices on the left of what we have of a left in this country is fucking, how old is he?
he's
80?
ancient.
He's fucking old, dude. Like, he can string a sentence together. He can be relatively cogent. He's pretty good on his feet, like in an interview
Yeah,
or whatever, or on a debate stage.
That's
But,
but
it.
like, still, dude, just because he's not like Joe Biden or Donald Trump level, like, pudding brain, it
It's still
doesn't.
nothing.
It's not great. It doesn't. It doesn't.
it's
It
not
doesn't bode
great.
well that, like, the
Mm-mm.
was it the House Ethics Committee or the House Intelligence Committee or something that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez
Yeah.
lobbied to be the chair of the opposition, and she was, like, ousted for
Mhm.
a 73-year-old guy with terminal cancer,
Yep,
brain cancer.
Is that because she danced on a roof when she was in college?
Yeah,
Is
probably.
that what she did?
It has
I'm
something to
glad.
do
I'm
with
glad
the
no one was
pandemic.
filming when I did that. Now I can be a senator.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
I'm sure he didn't do anything worse than dance on a
I'm sure a 73-year-old white guy didn't do anything bad when he was in college in the fucking, like, 60s or 70s. I'm
yeah,
sure nothing untoward happened.
yeah.
listen, as
Didn't
the
some asshole try to get what's her name? Omar deported?
Ilhan Omar.
Deported?
Yeah.
Yeah, deported. Didn't they
Probably
file something? No, they filed something to try to get her deported.
Oh, was this this week or something?
Yeah, it was like.
Oh, fucking Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it's just like.
I don't know about this. What?
Oh yeah,
what is
just like
she's so cool. God damn it!
Yes, and they're like, she should be deported. I'm like, why?
Because she looks different.
Headscarves are scary.
She think bad.
Yeah.
She's too pretty.
I don't know. Like probably. Like she wouldn't.
I genuinely don't know who you're talking.
She would have.
Ilhan Omar. She is a representative from Michigan.
She is one of the few true progressives.
It's like her and like 3 other people, and they ousted one of the other people.
Yep.
The ADL and all of the Israel lobby got Cori Bush the fuck out of her seat, which she would have won handily.
Yep.
But them and the DNC were just like, nah, we're gonna primary you. Yeah, I know it's a safe seat and this is a fucked up election, but we're gonna primary you and get you the fuck out of here. Great. Yeah, no, fuck you, get out. But hey, it is a straight white guy though, so
that makes everything better.
Right.
So I feel
Chris, you feel seen and heard now, right?
You feel better, don't you? Yeah.
Finally. Now the guy. So how old is the guy who took her place?
73.
73. Yeah.
Okay. How low the standards are for being considered a decent white dude are so low. Like I am stunned as a white dude who has been a white dude his whole life. Just not having Sam Morril has a great bit about that. It's like he went on with a girl once. She's like, she's like, we're not going to sleep together. And he goes, oh, okay, that's fine. And she goes, you're a good guy. He's like, oh, the standards are really fucking low.
My God, dude.
Like, wait, you didn't try to pressure me or push me into a cab against my will?
Y'all should see Promising Young Woman. That movie fucking slaps.
I look forward to it. Yeah, that's what's your name from Blink. Same girl.
Yeah. Sally Sparrow. Yeah.
But yeah, the standards are so fucking low. But I've had some version of some kind of talk of basically, but you're one of the good ones. Because I didn't
molest or rape anybody.
It's like, and I'm not saying I'm a great guy or even a good guy. I'm just saying, and she's known me half my adult life. And I honestly, I think just having you next to me going, yeah, he's all right. I
can vouch for this one. Yeah. It's okay.
He's with me.
He's with me. Okay. Everything's fine.
Yeah, this one. This one doesn't appear to have hurt anyone that we can find. But it's the standards are so fucking low.
I hate to tell y'all, it's the bar is actually even lower than you think it is. It's so has he actually assaulted a woman? No, ever? He never tried and said oops, sorry, I was drunk. Never. All right, wow. That's marriage material. I mean, it's that low.
I have gone back and asked friends. I did when I was drinking way too much. I went back and asked a mutual friend who I won't name. I said, did I do anything untoward? Because I was drinking a lot. And I was going, wait, and I just want to make sure. And she's like, no, you're one of the most respectful people I know. You're drunk or sober. Looking at me like I was stupid for asking the question.
Well, most people wouldn't ask. And
I didn't want to make anybody uncomfortable. I touched somebody's elbow once and felt so fucking horrible, like this singer, and we're laughing about stuff, and I touched her elbow for a second, and I told this friend, and she laughed at me. It's like, what?
If you had any idea the amount of just unwanted, inappropriate touching all of us have experienced.
To be clear, I didn't feel good telling the elbow story now. And that's years ago.
Just
I don't touch bare skin.
I don't touch
if if I have to get someone's attention and I'm behind them or whatever, I poke them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or but on the shoulder. I mean, it's not. I don't
keep it high.
How people oh, I'm sorry, someone's behind you. Please let me put my hand in the small of your back.
Oh no.
Which is super intimate and not okay.
Way too intimate.
Yeah, that's like I said, that bar is so low.
Tap on the shoulder. tap.
So
yeah, that's what I do. Tap on the shoulder.
Yeah.
If it's someone I know, I'll do like Bane did in The Dark Knight Rises. I'll put my hand on their shoulder like this.
That's not your hand.
Do you feel intimidated?
Of course, I must kill you now.
Yes, I'm going to crash your plane into the pit.
Have you been watching? They're just acting.
Yes.
I started watching it again.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I got it.
The Joker show back up.
I haven't gotten there yet. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
There's too many things to watch.
Too many things to watch.
Where are you? Where are you in it? How many episodes?
I'm in that new season where some shit just happened and it got really bloody.
So like any episode?
Yeah. What are we talking about here, man?
Yeah, exactly.
Like every episode?
The little sharks. Where they had.
Oh, I think that's the second episode.
Yeah. So I'm not very far along. So shut the fuck up.
Okay. Well, spoiler alert: the Joker comes back.
No. Is that Tudyk?
Yeah, it's Johnny Two Dicks.
I started reading the Resident Alien comic book.
Okay.
It's the thing I didn't realize the show that he did is based on a comic, not like
I thought it was a tie-in thing.
No.
Oh, that makes
where it came from, and it's weird. Who's the character who played the nurse? He goes in with
Asta.
Asta in the comic book. Asta is the one who can see him. It's not
funny.
some kid.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I kind of love that it was just some random kid.
I like that it's the kid because no one would believe him. Yeah,
right.
It's a great premise.
Changes. I will say in the comic, they do one thing. They obviously wouldn't work for a television show, but in the comic, you just see him as an alien the whole time. And every once in a while, there's a person who can't, who sees through his disguise. But otherwise, he just looks like an alien to you reading the comic book.
Yeah.
And they just can't see it.
How is the design like in the show compared to in the comic?
That's a good question.
Like, how does it, did they just go a completely different direction? Or is it like an approximation?
I think it's pretty close. Yeah.
I love the signs that they have, like the
in the
show.
In the intro thing.
Where it's like, he's giving somebody
flowers.
Like
a pamphlet. Yeah.
Those are great.
They're hilarious.
There's none of those in the comic is just different.
Mm-hmm.
It's they
is it like more like violent or
not so
mature or is it just basically like a sitcom?
Actually, it's less violent. Like it's a lot less violent. They haven't even covered in the comic yet how he became took the place of that guy, as opposed to in the show where
that's the first thing you see. Yeah.
He fucking kills him. And then I always thought that was like a questionable thing because you had to come back so much from that to make him a sympathetic character.
Yeah.
And in the comic book, he's just like this kind of lost alien who, is posing as a doctor.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I kind of liked it though. Like I liked how the show did it.
Well, Tudyk is so great that I think his portrayal.
But I mean, like just like the story of it. Like, I think it's hilarious.
This is bullshit.
He's so good. Oh my god, it makes me want to go back and watch it. But
the weird bird lady, alien. Oh my goodness.
All the weird
it's great.
That's great. But all the weird fucking conspiracy stuff on top of it. It's like they could have just left him in the town for 3 seasons and I would have been fine with that.
Yeah,
just
that would have been fine.
And,
I mean, I like Linda Hamilton. So
yeah, she's great.
She's
in
great.
The comic book, the FBI or whatever the fuck starts looking for him, but it's not like, ooh, these scary guys. They just it's just smash cut. Now we're at the headquarters where the guys, are talking about looking for an alien. It's not.
Oh, it's not like a build up to and then this evidence keeps mounting and then they're,
No, not really. No, they're like, this weird shit happened. We found this. They find his ship.
Yeah.
Right.
They find his ship. They're like, where could this have come from? Okay, we have this one picture from an ATM machine, and it's a picture of a fucking alien. It's him. And they go from there. They haven't found him yet, but they're kind of figuring out where he is. But it's not all ooh.
Well, because it's a fucking TV show, and so they have to have these arcs that go a season. You know,
I thought it was less fun than it could have been, just because
in the book.
No, the show.
In the show. Oh yeah.
It was less fun than it could have been because it could have been more fun. Not that it was badly done, just that they
I think it took them kind of a season to find their footing.
Ooh, we owe you though. We
you do. For what?
Yeah, but I will tell you why.
Is it reparations? Do we owe
not
reparations?
That episode, yeah. We did watch that episode of Atlanta. You'll be so happy to know how uncomfortable we've been.
Man,
so much
that episode was funny as shit, dude.
Yeah.
That was really season 3. Season 3 is wild.
It is wild.
Fucking. It's like okay, episode of like the main characters, and then something really fucked
No
up.
main characters. There's no main characters here.
Yeah.
And then the one where they went back to, like, we were talking about this. The one that I found like really upsetting in a different way,
the kids,
is when the kids were in school, like the main characters in school.
Oh man,
because
school
in Atlanta in the 80s. Remember, I went to elementary school in the 70s.
This was the 90s, by the way.
Yeah.
So this was because Donald Glover and he's like 3 or 4 years older than me.
Why did I think he was older than that? In any event, it looked
so.
Well,
I went to elementary school.
That was my experience. Except I didn't have a cousin.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
A big fat cousin who was in ROTC.
Yeah. No, I didn't have that.
Yeah.
I had some friends sometimes.
Were you really fucking short in school too? Did we talk about that?
I was wee.
I
wasn't like the shortest kid, but like I was not by any stretch tall.
I was, if not the shortest boy, pretty close. Like I didn't break 5 foot till the end of 9th grade.
I was younger than everybody.
That'll do it too.
I was a year younger than everybody.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
Oh, it was terrible. It was bad. It was bad.
Our kids,
and like I had a chance.
Yeah.
Because I went to like a preschool program, a private preschool program, the PPP. You know me.
Are you down with PvP? Not really. No, you don't sound pleased about
it. It didn't go well.
I can take it or leave it. But like I skipped a grade there. And then when I went to public school, instead of starting in 1st grade, I started in kindergarten, even though I'd already done kindergarten. And then my parents were like, hey, put him in 1st grade because that's where he belongs. Because I was apparently reading to the children. Yeah. So like it's probably for the best that I wasn't in kindergarten.
Yeah.
There should have been an intermediary. Or maybe I could have taken a gap year and gone studying abroad at 4.
Something.
Amazing. No, we both,
6-year-old.
The thing we have in common, and it's one of the only things we have in common about like early on, is we both knew how to read
very
insanely
young.
Yeah. Like my dad could remember nothing. He's a classic like old school white dude, except that he didn't hit me. I got hit like I could count on one hand the amount of times I got hit. And I told the children that once, and the look on their faces, I'm like, no, you don't understand.
Different time.
It's the 70s. Less than 5 times getting hit is like not getting hit.
Nobel Peace Prize material.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get hit.
I didn't get hit either.
And I got smacked in the face once. You know, like, but by comparison to the friends of mine who I found out later were getting the living shit beat out of them. No, not even close.
My mom was a domestic violence survivor, so there was no way in hell anyone was going to lay a hand on me.
Yeah.
So she's like, no, absolutely not. We're not doing that.
Time and the stuff he was around, my dad, I think, was fairly progressive in the no, I'm not hitting my kid.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty rare. But I will say he couldn't remember shit about my childhood. I'd ask him something. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember. Except one time I asked, what about like, was I reading early? He's like, you read really early. Yeah, like that's the fucking thing he can remember. Because I can't remember not being able to read. I can remember not being able to read cursive, but I can always remember being able to look at letters.
Take that, 1st grade teacher. Cursive's dead. Fuck you.
My grandmother taught me to read, and I was reading. I could read before I went to kindergarten, and I was like, and I could write a little bit too. But that was like, you know what she would do? She would make dinner. She'd be in the kitchen making dinner, and she'd hand me the newspaper. and she would ask me to read to her the Dear Abby column. So like, it's like 1979. Like I'm 3 years old.
What was in the Dear Abby column back then?
It was like
a Negro moved to my neighborhood. What do I do?
Innocuous stuff ever. But like I would read Dear Abby to her while she was making dinner, and like the woman was really freaking clever. Like she knew how to get my brain working. Like she would encourage me to make up stories. Like, so how would you redo this fairy tale? What how would you tell it? What would you change about the fairy tale? Don't tell me that story. That was my grandmother. I get sometimes I joke that was kind of like being raised by a Jesuit, because she was all about like, you have to be able to defend your position with facts and really like deep dive learn about things. Like she was constantly like pushing like, okay, so tell me why you think that. Why do you believe that? What are other things you have to prove your point? I mean, she was like next level.
That is it was such an important thing that I think speaks to what we were talking about earlier about how there is so little, like with the Super Bowl halftime show and with the guy who was talking about the open border shit, and with the people in that office that you were at, where those two ladies, or the people who fucking high-fived. There's so little curiosity.
Yes.
Or like any inquisitiveness.
I remember in like being in early on in high school and pointing out like somebody was wearing a t-shirt with like Coca-Cola or something on that. I'm like, so why did you like pay to wear an advertisement? They're like, oh, fuck off. You know, like, why would you even bring that up? It's
because that's what it is.
That's what you're doing.
That's what it is. Like,
like understand what you're doing.
That's why I don't wear shirts with like labels and shit.
But I hate it.
I totally got what was what's your name's character's name on Community? You know exactly who I mean.
Britta.
Yeah, Britta's the worst. Britta was right.
Britta was right until she got real dumb.
Yeah.
She got real dumb around season 2 or 3. I'm rewatching her right now, and
I think she got wingered.
She did get winged. Yeah, when she fucked Jeff. That fucking took her brains.
Yeah.
He literally
just
fucked her brains out.
Yeah, and they were gone.
Sorry. So sorry.
I think I'm good.
Ouch. Hurtful.
Now the
I would have done the cupped hand on top of the shoulder. That's what I would have done. Just saying.
So weird. Yeah, just put it off me. Like it's like don't.
All right.
Yeah, the critical thinking thing, it's disturbing. Oh, so my favorite interaction with the public today. So a mutual friend, posted something about like, hey, so we're real nice about, no taxes on tips and everything. Where's that stuff? And this genius shows up with a chart. Just pastes a little chart that they got somewhere saying, well, look, it's included. It's part of the plan. It's included. So what are you going to bitch about? And me being the asshole that I am, I'm like, well, charts without context are bullshit. So I went and looked up the damn thing. What is delightful is that little chart was in an article that went on to explain why these tax priorities, one, have no details, and two, are bullshit. Because what they'll end up causing is a tremendous debt spiral. Their phrase, not mine. And then I gave them another chart that showed like the lowest possible debt spiral potential and the likely higher one. And I'm like, and here's the link to the thing. Because I love context. I think everybody should have some context. Why don't y'all go read it for yourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah, because anybody can put like a chart on, like, look, it's a thing. It's working. Like numbers without context, charts without context. I'm like, but that's what people just go, oh, I saw a chart. What the fuck does that mean? Like, what was it in? Where'd it come from? What's it about?
My the one that I saw going around the most when I was still on Twitter and I can only imagine it's worse now, is the one of like black on black crime, black on white crime, white on black crime, white on white crime. And it was like made up fucking inflated statistics, but like black on black crime makes up like I don't know. I forget what it was bullshit. It was fucking it wasn't to call it pseudoscience would be doing pseudoscience a disservice. That's how fucking nonsensical, just loopy. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah, I love bad data, and I love no context. Like, but I put it in a chart. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can make a chart on my cell phone out of nothing.
Yeah, just go in Canva.
Yeah, just make one up. It's fine. Yeah, but that's my favorite. Like, look, I found a thing. I'm like, did you read it?
Did you know?
Or did you just like Google like what are his priorities? I'm like, gotcha. I owned you. Because it's there. See? So stop bitching. And I'm like, well, did you read it? Did you read the thing you found it in?
It sounds like you're bitching. So
yeah, like
it's pretty bitching.
It's just like, oh honey, like you should have read it before you posted it. That it probably would have been a good idea.
I mean, when it's a confirmation bias thing, like whenever people find something that reaffirms their position, they double down, and then
the one that gets me is when they, and I can't remember the specifics of it. There you go. But the one where they when you show somebody proof that they're wrong and they double down even
they dig their heels in.
Yeah, they dig their heels in. There were specific things about it. It's like if you show people like actual proof that the thing they've said is incorrect, they just
oh yeah, it's like, no, that can't be right.
I mean, you see it with religion, you know, where they're like, the Earth is 6,000 years old, and then it's like, yeah, but carbon dating though.
But it's not in the book. And
the book says, and the book is what I was told when I was a child, and it makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. And I saw him, and then it felt like glitter was exploding inside of me. So I moved to West Covina. But it just happened to be, Josh just happens to live here.
Yeah, it's we have no critical thinking skills anymore.
And also,
just at all.
The thing we owe you for from before. We finally did the bundling thing of those two things that we're not.
Yeah, isn't it good? And now there's no ads.
Yeah,
I just rewatched all of Shoresy. Just fucking all of it.
So
I was done in like a day. It was amazing.
Right.
Yeah. They're like, some of the
they're not like Grammarly can teach you how to use spell check.
I wish it was that good.
Northrop Grumman has invented a new missile just for you, Chris. And if you don't buy Cheerios, we will send you this missile.
So Chris. Much of it is, I told you, they're either
it's
thank you corporations or can you believe corporations.
And we love dick pills. Like there's a lot of dick pills. Like all the commercials are for dick pills. Like it's like.
And do they work, Chris?
I mean, I'm on so many medications, I can tell you.
We just take them by handfuls in this house.
The kid, when I heard him say something, he's like, "You heard that?" And I'm like, "My hearing is about the only thing that still works, buddy."
Yeah, he can hear the grass.
He's just like, take it however you want, pal. I don't care. I could give a shit.
It's like, Dad, I don't want to have that conversation with you right now, Dad. Can we not have that conversation, please?
Webster's dictionary defines mortality as.
Like, Dad, can we stop? Like, please.
I walked into a column in the mall like last week. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking to my side, and I walked into a fucking column hard, like ate it into the column.
You know
and
what?
They're like, "Dad, are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I just walked into a column."
Look, I don't appreciate you taking my stuff. Like, we know I'm the one who walks into things. Like, you doing that is not cool. That's appropriation. Yeah. You know that's mine.
You're silencing women.
I walk into things constantly.
This is erasure.
You erased my lack of balance and the gyroscope being off after my stroke.
I just wasn't paying attention and
walked right into it.
This column and I were trying to occupy the same space at the same time, and physics don't work that way.
Yeah.
So I lost.
I hip check walls a lot.
Yeah.
Because I misread distances
it
now.
Been much worse.
That's fun.
Like I almost ran my face into it. Like it was real close. I'm just like, what? And there's that split second where you don't understand what's happening in the world. Like, what the fuck is Like I just ran it and just stayed there for a minute. And like the children weren't laughing.
No, they were we were all horrified. We're like, oh my God, are we okay?
Like, is this how it happens?
We didn't think we'd have to take Dad to the home so young. Like we're not even out of high school yet. Shit.
Just leave me outside in the woods. Let the squirrels do whatever.
You want to just die like you wander off alone to die like a cat?
I mean, I figure I'm that kind of patient. They're like, there's like the whiny patient, and then there's the leave me in the corner to die patient,
and then there's the English patient.
What's that? What did he say?
I didn't hear.
Then there's the English patient.
Yes.
The burnt up guy who dies in the thing.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
I'm never gonna see it.
Yeah,
you did save yourself. Yeah,
although I did just watch Heathers today.
For the first time?
For the first
musical
time?
Or the original movie?
No, the movie.
And
it was on Amazon.
And
I liked it.
It's very good.
It was all over the place when it started. I knew it was like a dark comedy, so I expected it to be like a little over the top. But it was like schizophrenic at the beginning of the movie, and then once she, I guess, since I didn't see this 36-year-old movie or whatever, spoiler alert.
When I was a teenager,
all of the nobody.
Formative influence on me.
Huge.
It's that's kind of why I brought it up, is because when I saw what's Winona Ryder's fucking character's name?
Winona Ryder.
Great. When I saw her, I was just like, oh, Joylene probably watched this movie.
Oh yeah, I absolutely did.
Probably, yeah.
Me?
No, that was.
Well, I thought of you because it's usually in the context of you that I get to see her.
Fair.
And you probably went, oh, I bet Chris really had a thing for this character.
Well, I would understand.
Yeah, of course.
That is like peak Winona Ryder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody loved Winona Ryder.
It's great. Yep. She's great. She's good in Stranger Things.
I've heard.
She is.
They had a super cut of people admitting that they had crushes on Winona Ryder while sitting next to Winona Ryder. Like the dude from Stranger Things, Red Guardian.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Man, he's so fun.
He is.
He just seems
hilarious.
like
such a he's married to Lily Allen?
I did know that.
Yeah.
Recently.
British pop singer.
Yeah,
Lily Allen.
I know who Lily Allen is.
I didn't know.
It's like, dumbass, I know.
I didn't know if you know.
Yeah.
You didn't know those songs. I don't know what you know.
Yeah, okay.
This is a button.
I can't argue with you there.
You hit the button. I mean, I'm so upset.
You don't. So fucking shit. You got me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See?
But back to Winona Ryder. I think everybody had a thing for Winona Ryder back in the day.
It's understandable.
Yeah, of course.
Was that post Beetlejuice?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
She was younger in Beetlejuice.
She was a kid in Beetlejuice.
Yeah, and then they started putting her in things where like, oh, we're going to show more of her cleavage. And then you get like Dracula and all that stuff.
Oh, right. I still haven't seen Super Horny Dracula yet. That's Coppola's Dracula.
There's a few super horny Draculas. So you're going to have to be more
I
specific.
saw a Dracula movie.
Which one?
Nosferatu, baby.
How was it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's got Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I do love the Dafoe.
It's got Johnny Depp's daughter, and I was like, why the fuck? Like, I love Robert Eggers' movies that I've seen. I saw The Northman. I saw The Vivitch. I love those movies. They're quite good. I haven't seen The Lighthouse. I hear it's fucking great. It's Robert Pattinson, Willem Dafoe, trapped in a lighthouse, and somebody fucks a mermaid or something.
Yeah.
And
I could do.
And I was like, why did you cast this Nepo baby? Can she even act? Yeah. She's not like the best part of the movie because there's Willem Dafoe and Nicholas Hoult and Aaron Taylor Johnson, and they're just like acting circles around each other.
Yeah.
And that's actually amazing. Like, I love a cast that, I mean, you got a bunch of folks in that movie that are game for kind of whatever.
Yeah.
And I love movies like this. So that's been on my list of something I need to see. I love the actors are just like, I'm fucking game. What crazy shit do you want me to do? I'm all in.
You know who's game for some shit? I've been watching. Sometimes I just fall into holes where I'm just like, I don't watch some movies I haven't seen. I just watch some movies. So I watched Companion today. Right after Heathers. And that's Jack Quaid.
Also game for anything.
Jack Quaid is fucking game for anything. He's on Comedy Bang Bang like twice a year.
Oh, baby. Really?
Yeah.
Well, I like him anyway.
It's him and Tawny Newsome. And then usually like Paul F. Tompkins or somebody. Tawny Newsome plays the other person on the fucking Star Trek Tiny Desk show. You guys seen that?
What is it?
Star Trek Lower Decks?
No.
I've seen a little bit of it.
It's very good.
Cartoon?
Yeah.
It's very good. And they do a crossover with the Pike show, Strange New Worlds.
Again, there's too many things.
Christian is playing Christopher Pike.
He's totally Pike.
He's beefy. He's beefy Christian. Yeah, for sure.
He's a little bit more jacked. But
he's inflated Christian. Yeah. If you like stuck a hose in his mouth or wherever he'd let you stick the hose.
Something.
There's an off-air story.
Would you like a limp fish?
I think you know the answer to that question.
I'd like a stiff fish, if you know what I mean.
Oh my.
Boy, oh boy.
So,
are you gonna go see the Captain America's a Bird now?
Oh, I'm sure.
I would.
Yeah.
I don't know. See,
I think I'm gonna see it Monday.
I really want to see Paddington 3.
Paddington's, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. What's up?
Have you watched the first 2 Paddingtons
yet? No.
Then don't watch the third one. You won't know what's happening. Don't do it.
So
I'm not gonna watch the third.
Continuity.
It's like how I haven't watched the 4th Despicable Me, even though I love those dang minions.
They're so much fun.
You should see all of it.
But you don't need to watch Despicable Me 4 because it's too long and they run out of ideas.
Yeah, well, so I'll just watch Minions 1 and 2 again.
Although the Despicable, did you watch the other Despicables?
I saw the first one.
You didn't watch? Well, the second one has some really funny stuff.
It does.
Involving Minions.
Is that the yeah? Purple. Well, yeah, because the Minions are there. Purple. So they're gonna be funny.
Purple.
No, the second one's fun. I liked it.
Watch the second one. For that, you could just put in like purple Minions.
Yeah, just watch it because that's a super amount of fun. But the Paddington movies are actually good.
No, I know. We talked about this.
Like they're really good.
But we talked about how I think the team that's making it is different for the third one.
Oh.
Yeah.
But the first 2 are so good.
I know.
Like, why?
I don't know. Probably money. If it's David Zaslav, then there's your explanation.
Glasses up.
Yeah.
Did they just kind of throw their hands up because the second one is a perfect movie and they went, we can't top it, so just fuck it.
Really fucking good. I feel like we're building them up too much, except they're actually that good.
No, they're
no. You don't have to downplay it. It's I've heard.
Have you made it to Pump Up the Volume?
I was going to ask that one.
What's happening?
There's a movie called Pump Up the Volume that's around the same time as Heathers. Have you made it to that movie yet?
I'm not going through time. I'm just stuff that's on streaming services.
Yes, you are going through time.
Oh my god!
Just fuck the rest of it. It's a good Christian Slater movie where he's playing a guy who has a pirate radio station, and people can't fucking believe that a guy has a pirate radio station. And what I remember is going with my girlfriend of the time, and there's a moment where they're in the backyard, and this girl finds him, and they take their shirts off. And I remember when he took his shirt off, my girlfriend at the time going in the movie theater.
Because he was like, a sex symbol for like 13 minutes, I think.
Who is this? I'm sorry, I was looking at Paddington stuff.
Yeah, you were.
I was right. I was right though. The writer and director of the first 2, he wrote the story, but he didn't direct or write the script.
I don't know.
Yeah. So maybe just go see Captain America. He's a bird now.
I want.
He's a bird, and that's the only distinct thing about him that's different.
He's a bird.
He's a bird now.
He can fly.
They fly now?
They fly.
They fly now.
They fly now.
They fly now.
Wait, am I allowed to say that?
No, you're not allowed to say that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No. Say what?
They fly now.
They fly now.
Oh, you don't. No, it's you people fly now. You can't say that.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes
Black
sense.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's
what?
Right. Yeah, never mind.
What?
Okay, cool. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see
more
color,
like Blapton America. When's there gonna be a white Captain America?
Plankton America? What?
Where's this diversity? What are you talking about?
I want Plankton America.
Blank Man America. Let's get what's his nuts in there? What's his name? Back? Blank Man. Damon Wayans. You seen Blank Man?
So we're watching the Sly and the Family Stone documentary. It's fucking fantastic. It's so great. It's really he was very talented.
Why don't you marry it?
I mean, I would.
But that would
like
against the law.
They'll have like they're interviewing different people now, and there's like Larry Graham, who's a bass player, and he's fantastic, and he's being interviewed. But then they show pictures back then, and they're showing all of them dancing around, and they all look like them. He looks like Damon Wayans back then.
He does.
He looks exactly like Damon Wayans from like In Living Color. Damon Wayans. Are you a penile implant? Damon Wayans. Like that exact one.
Or at least like a cousin. Like the
he looks like a Wayans.
He looks like a Wayans.
Because they've got a look.
They do.
Like the formula kind of got like Multiplicity style kind of diluted.
But like
the further they got from Keenan is,
he got like most of the looks in the family. Like,
well, the most handsome Wayans is Damon Wayans Jr.
Yes.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
I think that the titular Wayans brothers are pretty attractive. Damon Wayans, the elder, is also not unattractive.
Yeah, the look. Yeah,
I mean, they're all. I honestly, there's not like an Uggo.
There isn't.
Of the Wayanses that were on In Living Color that were like famous. That they let out. Yeah, I'm sure there's like 20 of them motherfuckers, and so we saw like the 7
like
that
the
are
Jacksons. Like there was like the folks you were allowed to see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then there were the siblings you weren't allowed to see.
Yeah, the secret siblings, the basement Jacksons.
Yeah, like
they tried to form their own band.
Oh my God.
Just
If
sad.
start a band, it has to be called the Basement Jacksons. Oh my God, that is the best.
Write a song called XYZ. Yay!
Harder than you that you don't get to see. That's because we're all ugly. Hey.
Yeah, just like mutated. One arm, one tentacle on the other side.
Second nose. It's like
yeah. A guy has a floppy thrown out of his shoulder.
Fish on my own shoulder. You ever have to put the fish on your own shoulder?
Oh, sad.
So hard you can't sit down sometimes because of my tail.
So low you can't get under it.
And now you have to get like special clothing where the tail can come out.
Yeah, it's custom made. We're not allowed to leave the basement.
But like if they don't let you out of the basement, it's okay.
The Basement Jacksons.
The Basement Jacksons.
This fall on CBS.
CBS.
That is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to make that.
I think it would be. I think that could be I smell a sitcom.
The Basement Jacksons is a pretty great.
It's a weird sex move.
Goodness, is it? Wait. Is it
Kansas City?
Wait, is it the Tennessee Basement Jacksons? Because like if it's a Tennessee Basement Jackson, whoa,
I know you don't like
we got
stand-up
stretch
comedy
first
because you don't like joy, but
that's not it. It's cloying.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Dana Gould's new special is now on YouTube, and there's some
You're on YouTube right now.
There's so much. Oh, there's so much. It's so funny.
But his thing was if you put like Tennessee in front of anything, it becomes a sex act.
Okay, see, now I don't have to watch his hour.
No, there's other things. That's funny.
Yeah. It's a good bit though.
It's more than an hour? I don't have the time, guys. I got somewhere to be.
Yeah, sorry.
There's
I gotta go take a shit.
I
don't actually.
Great seeing you.
I'm good. I'm good for now.
Bing, bong, no. I don't know. I just kept not dying. I'm like
same. I'm still here.
Okay, Trent Reznor. Sorry. It's a song from Treasure Planet. I believe Trent Reznor did the
music for Treasure Planet
soundtrack. I'm still here.
Oh yeah. Oh, I blocked that out.
I'm pretty sure that I nailed that. Not the notes or the song, but that Trent Reznor did the.
I remember the album The Downward Spiral. I was like an assistant manager in a bookstore, and you had to go in on Sunday mornings and do paperwork. And I remember having my Walkman, listening to The Downward Spiral, and scaring the shit out of myself alone in a bookstore doing paperwork, listening to that fucked up record.
Yeah, that was like the soundtrack of my college years.
There you go. That explains a lot when I met you.
Yeah. There. Look, I was like Hopkins only goth. Like it is just a thing. At that point I kind of grew out of it. I got over it. That was more my teenage years.
Did I say John Resnick?
No.
It's a Trent Reznor. That's right. Yeah. Fucking goddamn it.
Is it the guy from the Goo Goo Dolls?
Yeah, it's the Goo Goo Dolls guy.
That makes more sense. Yeah. But still,
Johnny Resnick?
That's my physician.
Fish.
Oh, is that a fish person?
I don't know.
Like Doug Jones and either of those movies where he played a fish?
Trey Estasnazio.
Excuse me? What the fuck did you call me?
The band Fish.
Oh,
I would never know.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Zach De La Rocha?
No.
No?
No.
Yeah, I just like the jam bandy thing, so I would never know. You could name anybody. Go, they must be a member of Fish. I would have no idea.
I like to jam with the right crowd, not the right crowd of people in the audience. Fuck you. Like if we're doing a jam thing, then it's kind of a fuck you to the audience. But I don't mind a jam with like musicians that I love playing with. But for that to be a whole show,
oh hell no.
Bit much.
I can't.
I don't like any of that. So.
I hate.
Yeah, but you hate fun.
Yeah, but it's one thing. Like if you're participating, I can kind of see that. But
yeah,
like
exactly.
Watching other people, like
fuck no. Some of those things,
just no.
And like, isn't this great?
Well, if it's bad musicians playing the same or chords, I wouldn't
even say it was bad musicians. Just like the act of it.
It has to be people. I mean, it has to be right for you. When you know, you know. But like people I love playing with, like that's a fun time for me. But I play on people's stuff quite frequently now, like at open mics and stuff like that. And there's definitely a sliding scale of what I enjoy.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. And like I can find the fun pretty much in any situation there, but
good for you. I could not do that.
But yeah, it's like there are certain people where I've like done it once and it's like, okay, that was fine. I'm not gonna do it again.
Like we've had the misfortune of having others attempt to play on our music.
Oh man, I don't ask people to play on my shit.
No, we have like 20-minute conversation.
Bad. It's really bad. Well, the worst is when they just decide to join in. I'm like, this is gonna go poorly because it's never like someone who's awesome that decides to join in.
No, it's someone in the audience with a bongo.
Yeah,
it's always percussion
or a tambourine or something.
Can't play.
It's like, I'm sorry, could you stop?
It never fails. It's always.
I don't like when people clap along to my fucking songs because you don't have the right rhythm.
That
you
too.
Are doing it wrong.
Yeah. Usually, if there's clapping, it's because I'm doing it.
3. That's what it is. It's only 1 3. Actually, it's only 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4.
The only time there's clapping is because I am directing the clapping.
Actually, the clapping
and then it goes
when the music
poorly.
Stops.
It just.
That's legit. That is all I. Yeah, I mean, like
it's not.
Stop.
It's not good because it's always off.
I don't want you involved.
It's
if
always
I wanted you involved,
off.
we would have rehearsed.
I mean, that's my thing. Is like when, especially so when, and I don't even ask for crowd participation on anything because I'm of the mindset that, well, no, that's my job. I'll do it. And so when I'm in a crowd and people are like, all right, now I'm going to ask you to do this, I never do it.
It goes
because it's just like, well, no, I don't want to do this.
Can you help
I'm not going to do your job.
No,
that's not what I'm here for.
No.
You do a thing at me, and then what you receive in exchange is clapping.
Yeah. I don't believe in too much. I believe in talky interaction. I don't believe in musicy interaction.
Absolutely.
Well, talky interaction it's supposed to be, give and taking. You don't
conversational. I like that. In between the songs,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah,
While the song is in progress,
no,
you are not a part of this this equation. This does not concern you, except for the aforementioned clapping, which I will have earned by the time the song is over, hopefully.
I've had to shut. It's like, no.
People trying to talk to you in the middle of a set.
Oh my God. Yes.
No, just playing, just like trying to play along. It's like, what did you bring? You should not have brought that.
Yeah, like we've played enough places where somebody will just start. I'm like, you need to stop.
Mm-hmm.
You just please stop.
Yeah, you're not going to know where this is going.
And they're bad at it. So it's not like just and they're awesome. It's never like the awesome person who wants to play along. No. It's somebody who has no rhythm or they're tone deaf. I'm like, can you just stop? Just stop it.
It's someone who can't find someone willing to play with them, so they just jump in whenever they fucking can.
If you knew how to play, you'd be up here playing, and that is not an invitation.
Yeah. You'd be in a band, or you'd be fulfilled enough, hopefully, to not want to jump at every opportunity there's anyone playing music at any given time.
Yeah.
That's not
it's
thirsty.
I don't like hearing this. Just hearing about it has hackles up. Yeah.
It's bad. The worst though, even worse than the talentless people coming to play with you, is just people trying to talk to you while you're playing. So they won't, and this is the joys of being a female musician, right? So they won't generally do it to the guys. They will come to me. I'm the singer. I'm singing things. And then they want to come talk to me
during the song.
This is
that is some fucking unhinged shit.
That is this is a Telecaster, right? This can go through your head.
It's pretty dense. Yeah.
That shit. So it's not like in between or any even then it's kind of
fine.
Weird.
Right.
Even then it's a little question.
It's a little much.
But during a song, I'm like, what the
sucks
fuck?
about that though is when you're playing acoustic. I assume this happened when we were playing acoustic music. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What's especially bad about that is acoustic situations are more cozy, warm, more interactive, but you're also kind of hoping that they'll throw money at you too.
Right.
So you have to.
Yeah, can't be an asshole.
Can't be an asshole. You gotta have to be like, but no, but fuck no. But it's like, I want to tell you to fuck off. But I can't.
That's why last night I waited to interject into their conversation until the tip jar was put away, and I had been paid.
That's the thing to do.
All right, let's burn this bridge.
Sit back. There's a song by a group called Dam Builders called "Burn This Bridge Down." And whenever something like that comes up, there's a part in the song where it goes, "Sit back and watch me burn this bridge."
Yeah.
Just sit back and watch me. Fuck this.
Yeah, and of course, you're mid-set, it's not like you can do that.
No.
So I'm like,
we had that in an open mic back 9 years ago, where she knows exactly. There was a place called Sensory Winery. It was so great.
Love the place.
Where you have those rooms that are just like
they love you. You love it here.
Do wrong there.
Yeah.
Everything is. This was one of those rooms, and there was one loud fucking guy in the back who wouldn't stop talking
loudly.
Doing this in between, and in my head we're playing.
But it wasn't in between. It was over us playing.
But
he's trying to out-talk the music because it's like, well, no, my conversation's important, so I'm going to talk louder than you because I think they need to be. Chris, hold on a second. They need to be heard. Yeah.
Yeah, and also another musician, which is
we found
the bigger sin.
Fuck that.
But I'm sitting in the back of my head. I'm like, I'm sitting there playing. I'm like, I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down.
And I'm watching.
I'm burn it down.
I'm watching. I'm like, and I could see it.
My eyes get like, and finally, we got to the end of the song, and everybody's applauding. And I went, hey, you in the back? He's like, huh? I'm like, you, yeah. And I thought they were going to come for us. And everybody just kind of laughed. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. And it was fine. I'm like,
fine. You got to know the room, though, because that could have gone south very
It can go south. I won't like, I can read a room. I've walked rooms, so I can read rooms now. I'm literate in that sense.
To walk into the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so like, I know when I got him and I know when I don't.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But when I got him and someone's like being obnoxious, this opportunity doesn't present itself very often. But like whenever I like hone in on that person and just like shut that shit down because it needs to be shut down. It's usually at an open mic or something where someone's being, kind of a dickhead. And then it's just like, well, everybody here obviously thinks you're a dickhead. They're here to do this thing. Yep. So I'm going to put you down, as Raylan would say. It was justified.
Put you down. It was justified. They should make a show about that.
Nah, it'll never work. Unless you go back to 2010 and start it then.
I gotta start. I can rewatch.
It's on FX, which is on Hulu.
So excited.
FX has the movies.
FX has the movies.
That's the one.
That's the one. Yeah, I remember.
So
no, I
bad.
haven't. I haven't done the open mic thing, and I stopped really looking. Like I know where they are now. And I'm like, no.
Do you miss it? Like performing out? Like playing out?
Who are you asking?
I mean, I guess both of you. Yeah.
I do. But I miss performing, period. Quite a bit.
It depends on how you mean it. Like, do I miss playing solo? No,
but like the being out and playing out and having like a room of meat bags react to a thing you're doing. The transaction I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, I'm all for it, but
your position has been made clear.
Yeah,
and someone is dodging the question, sir.
Well, there's two different things. Like, do I miss playing in the situation that I want to play in, or in the format that I want to play in? Desperately. Do I miss playing out solo? Not really. I don't. It's
a different kind of thing.
I never wanted to sing, so doing it is not really enjoyable.
Fascinating.
Well,
I fucking live for that shit. So
well, you're a singer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Slash songwriter,
songwriter. I have to do the weird sitting down.
Yeah, the weird thing.
Yeah.
I too have back problems. So.
Katie, Get Your Sack Off has a podcast, and he was on there.
Yeah. Did he ever direct an episode of Battlestar Galactica?
A lot of stuff. He probably did. I wouldn't be surprised. That might be how they know each other.
I'm thinking, or like she does a lot of sci-fi stuff.
She does.
And he directs mostly Star Trek. He directs a lot of Star Trek.
He does direct a lot of Star Trek.
He gets like an episode of every series a season, I think.
I got like
he did an episode of Discovery every season. I think he did an episode of Strange New Worlds.
Yeah. Like Star Trek more than I do. Like those shows, like I know Next Generation is good, and I watched it when it came out.
There's too much of it.
Fucking episodes.
There's too many. There's like what 180 odd episodes?
Like the original series that was like people don't realize how few there were.
Yeah, there were very.
Yeah, there were like 60.
Yeah, like it was less than that, I think.
Yeah,
like it didn't have a long run at all.
No,
compared to
was it 3 seasons?
It was 3.
Yeah,
like, but maybe it was 2.
And things were falling off in the 3rd season.
Yeah,
there were like stuff going on there, and the shit got weirder. And they got like less budget, which is weird, and all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah, like the movie revitalized the franchise.
Had nothing to do with the show.
Nothing to do with the show, and it came out like 15 years after the show had stopped airing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole run of movies.
And then they did Wrath of Khan, which I saw way too young.
Oh, I was so young when Wrath of Khan.
In the theater.
Oh man,
that weird ear crap.
So, oh my god, that movie's so fucking good.
It is good. It's the only actual good one of those movies.
Of the first run of Star Trek movies?
The first run of Star Trek movies is the only actually good one.
When did Wrath of Khan come out?
82?
Yeah, it's early 80s.
No. Is it really 82?
It's early.
It's either the year before or the year after Return of the Jedi came out.
Well, that's 83.
82.
82, I was right. 10. Yeah, okay. There you go.
I saw it in the movie theater with the fucking worms going in the ear. Jesus Christ.
So does that explain a lot?
Yeah.
I saw Terminator 2 at a very young age, but that movie's just fun.
Yeah, that's liquid. It's liquefying fun.
So for context, that came out, Wrath of Khan came out when I was 6.
Yeah, but did you see it in the theater?
I think I was 7 when I saw it. Also, which should explain a lot.
Yeah.
The reason
did you see Alien?
I was 5.
Fuck that is fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I can't go near that franchise at all.
Any of them
really?
Since 1998 when we got together. I'm like, hey, do you want to watch Alien? Fuck no.
Fuck no.
The second one is good. The new one is good.
It's a great movie.
To be fair,
I've
actually seen a bunch of the movies since the early trauma.
I mean, you don't need to go past the second one.
I just don't
There's other ones
like to watch them. I can acknowledge that the second one's good. Like, I've seen them. I just don't want to.
Do you only watch like the one that Joss Whedon's on because of how much you support him?
Ew. Just ew.
Resurrection. Erection.
You're saying
Winona Ryder's in that.
Yeah, she is.
That's true.
He probably just wanted to see her boobs. But anyway,
what?
He's just
Probably. Oh my god.
But she always looked really young for her age, so who knows?
She's wee.
Yeah, she's like up to here on me. Like she's tiny. Like,
she's up to everybody's tits. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like boob height for me. But yeah, it's like, so I can recognize that Alien and the second Alien
it's a good film.
Good film.
The first Alien is a good film, and the second one is a great movie.
Yeah, and I can't watch
either one of them.
Two different directors.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Who is? Because I know Fincher did the
third one.
Yeah, Ridley Scott.
Ridley
Scott. Jimmy Cams.
Who?
James Cameron, my guy.
Jimmy Cams.
Look, we're tight like that. He took me.
Guy.
Hey, guy.
My guy is very Shorzy. The guy.
I'll have to give it the old rewatch.
No, yes, do that. But the guy who
no spoilers.
The guy who like manages the team.
Well, then I'll tell you. Oh yeah. Yeah, what's his name?
Shut the fuck up, Sanguinet.
I
didn't have the name until I got
the phrase.
Give her balls a tug. You know who I fucking love? The kid who interviews the players.
My God.
He just fucks with him. It's amazing.
It's Jordan. The best. It's really the best.
Although the problem with bringing up Shorzy is you do the superior Shorzy.
Give your balls a tug. Yeah, that's my impression. I don't know if that's superior.
It's solid. It's a solid. Give your balls a tug.
I love how
fuck you. I like when his voice drops.
When he had to ref, I think it was like the end of season 3, and he was just roasting the entire team, but they were roasting him back because he was like, he was fucking out.
Yeah, they're like, why do you think I'm taking it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I think it deserves a rewatch, especially because you can get it done in a day.
And I saw the preview. I saw the preview for the new season.
Yeah, first episode's good.
I'm not surprised. It's always good. Keep it down.
And now he's not writing 2 shows at once.
So what's he doing now?
Probably looking to like get a big time Netflix deal that
not having to be on skates anymore.
Probably. Fuck. I mean, like that's probably why the next 3 seasons are going to be just like
I have never seen a more joyful skater in shit than that. Remember when he do the little sideways, like skating off? He's like, I love this. This is so great.
Well, I mean, like, he's also like a super hockey fan, like suit, and you just like that's like his life.
There were the guys, a bunch of the guys on that show were professional hockey players at some point.
And you can believe it.
Yeah.
And, you know, but like, hasn't he, how many different hockey related things has he done? Like, there's like a bunch of them.
Yeah. Cause he
did that biopic,
2 different biopics of like a guy, like before that happened, their Big Smile, him, like there's some guy in a hockey player who was like a real bruiser.
Yeah.
And he played that guy twice.
A goon?
Right? Yes, exactly. It was Dune. Good night, everybody.
Nobody did
like Dune. Have you seen the movie Goon?
Yes.
It's very fun.
Goon.
Yeah.
Goon. Yeah. Goon was great. The
but that wasn't it.
Great. No, but it's not that.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed Goon. I was not expecting
Sean William Scott and
Sabretooth.
Oh yeah, Liev Schreiber.
Liev Schreiber, who could do pretty much anything.
He makes interesting choices.
Yeah.
Ray Donovan. He put a woman in a dumpster once or some shit.
Is that right?
That's what Ray Donovan did, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it was that method. I don't think.
What? The Dono dumpster.
So it's all good. Everything's fine.
So take your silence to mean this is going well.
It's great.
So the children continue to hound us about coming to Baltimore.
Yes.
And it's far too warm there. So if that does happen, we talked, it's like, I don't want to like book a show, but I'd like to go to an open mic.
Well, there are at least 3 that I know of that are hosted by people you know. So
true.
Do I?
Yeah.
I know people.
Yeah.
You talk them on the screen all the time.
I don't know what fresh hell will befall us by the summer.
Yeah.
So y'all are getting our weather. Like you're getting snow and wind.
We're getting more snow this week.
Yeah.
This coming week. We're supposed to get, I think, a few inches again on Wednesday or Thursday.
It's weird.
Congratulations.
It is weird because it hasn't done this for years.
Yeah.
It's been like really 7 years since it actually snowed regularly in the winter.
We're talking like it could be like a real blizzard.
That's what when I looked at the weather, it had so like it'll be like the cloud and the little tiny snowflakes. Mm-hmm. This is the cloud and a lot of the big snowflakes. So I assume that means
we usually get the big snowflake ones.
Yes, of course.
Here is so different because it's coming down hard and we're like getting in the car to go to the birthday party thing. And nobody didn't show up because of the weather.
It's just,
it's just
we live in almost Canada. So it's always cold and snowy. So it's weird when it was really weird when we didn't get snow. Like there was there were a couple of winters that were just like, why are we getting balmy, warm winters? And that was also like the summer after was like the never ending stink bugs because nothing died.
Brown and wet.
Yeah,
like
it was gross.
Weird.
Yeah, it was cold and
swampy,
rainy.
Getting swampy.
It was, and like none of the bugs died. So like,
God, I hate that.
Just like we were inundated. Like, so yeah, it was just really weird to not have. I'm like, we moved here for the winter. We moved here to get away from the hot. Like, why is it following us? It was like Baltimore weather followed us here. It was like we were getting like 90+ degree summer days. I'm like, what the hell?
The first summer we had here, it didn't top 80 degrees.
Yeah, we had San Diego.
We had a San Diego summer. Like, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was glorious.
It was never like that again.
And then like it started getting hotter and no snow. I'm like, what?
Oh San Diego's like Los Angeles without the unbreathable air. Like there's breathable air in San Diego.
Yeah, that we lived out there for a little bit. Me and my family. No, younger.
I like California. I don't know the next time I'm going back there, but I've spent a bit of time out there. I got a bit of family out there on my dad's side.
I have family
Santa Rosa.
Yeah, Santa Rosa.
But that's much further north.
That's Northern California.
It is
California.
Yeah,
California.
California.
Haven't seen the first Predator movie.
Really?
We're talking about like classic, action stuff.
I got time to bleed.
I have seen Predators where they're transported to the Predator
planet. But you were much younger then?
I saw them and I was like stranger danger and I ran the other way.
That's the way to go.
That's the way to go.
That's where you're.
I did hitchhike once and
did you?
It didn't end poorly. And it was
well,
only
you're
like
still here. You're alive. That's
blocks.
Good.
Yeah, no, and like nothing was touched.
That's see, like it
was just a nice man. That's what happened.
You got the one?
I got the one.
Yeah. Women can't do that.
No, fuck.
No, I wouldn't be here.
No, for sure not.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. And I'm glad you're here, so good job.
Yeah, I'm
keep it up.
I listened to all of the Men Are Predators stuff that was like hammered into my head as a child by my family, and I'm like, oh fuck, they were right.
Yep.
Yeah, like that's it
turned
out. And I'm like, and I used to get like so angry about it when I was younger. I'm like, come on, it's not that bad. I'm like, oh fuck, it is.
Turns out.
Shit.
Turns out.
And sorry. Pause. I am sorry, but I have to bail.
Okay.
You guys can certainly keep on. Not great. So it unfortunately the fucking
rough day today.
Yeah, it was long, shitty. I mean, no, there were good things, but just like
hard. Child birthday party.
Hard, yeah, just hard. And I just that thing when you're sick for a long time, even when you're starting to feel okay, you go overdo it a little bit. Like I can stand and be around people for hours and do no.
I completely understand.
Yeah. So I came home and had like head injury sleep. Like I didn't even. I'm like, are you guys okay getting the stuff in? Yeah. Can you put this stuff away? Yeah.
Xander had to go back out to get his
and I left
his birthday present.
I just pieced out and like just went to bed and like slept for an hour or so.
But you needed it. You looked like you were.
It was really bad. Yeah. Yeah.
Though I
and my eyeball hurts.
Yeah.
So, that's not good.
That's not good. Though you know what? Like honestly, like I may need to bail as well.
Okay.
I barely ate anything today.
Oh yeah.
You should eat.
My stomach is being awful, and round one pizza, as tasty as it is, did not like me.
Oh.
It did not agree with me. So
this is not an indictment or an endorsement.
It was really tasty. Like it was really good.
It's an endorsement.
Nobody else had problems with it.
I'm pro the pizza. It's just
no. I woke up with an upset stomach, and so just like eating bowling alley pizza is a really poor choice when your stomach is going fuck you. Is the second you wake up.
Yeah,
that was not wise.
Point.
That was a bad decision on my part.
Well, so are you taking off or are you staying?
I think I need to go. I need to.
Yeah, no. We're disbanding.
Should we just? Yeah.
What?
Oh, I thought we were.
Should we what?
I thought we were like ending this.
Oh, are we gonna leave?
Well, we're.
Oh, I thought you guys were saying that like you can only do like 1 or 2 more hours.
That's usually me.
That is.
Yeah, that's usually me.
Okay, so we're not. Okay, then you guys can do the freeze frame thing again. That's cool. Is that what you guys are doing?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, do that. Oh, Chris, are you already doing it? Chris. Oh no, a column in the mall. Look out.
Ow.
Okay.
Jumped out at me.